Let's go to eNCA reporter Lethiwe Mdluli, who's covering the story for us. Lethiwe, I see you are already at the stadium. Are they ready? What are they saying about this? It's 2 weeks to go.
Well, Masako, what we've heard from the task team that's coordinating the ceremony is that we're expecting about 48,000 delegates and also members of the public to join us in the stadium where the ceremony will be taking place. Of course, it is less than 11 days until the ceremony will be taking place, and we've had a short briefing from the task team led by Dr. Nkosazana Dlamini-Zuma. She has given us a bit of information as to what exactly they are doing today. We saw them doing an in-loco inspection a bit earlier on, where they were just basically discussing where everyone is going to be sitting and what we can expect on the 29th. They haven't given us the names of those dignitaries that we can expect to join in on the ceremony. It's going to be a very historic ceremony. The last time we actually saw a coronation here in KwaZulu-Natal, it was of King KaZwelithini's back in 1971. But of course, that ceremony was not as big as this one. There were only 20,000 people that actually got to experience and see that coronation. But for this one, of course, like I mentioned, we're expecting about 48,000 people to join in. And of course, we are also expecting for members of the public to be gathering outside the stadium just to be a part of that very historic event. Like I said, Dr. Nkosazana Dlamini-Zuma is going to be leading the task team. Right now, they are actually in a meeting where they are discussing and also planning ahead of this coronation. A bit earlier on, though, we did speak to her about what we can expect on the 29th, and this is what she had to say.
So we decided that instead of sitting and hearing about what will happen, it would be better for us to come and do this in loco, so that we know who will be sitting here, where, and what will be happening. That's really why we are here at the stadium.
And lastly, Lethiwe, I mean, the last time there was a reed dance and King Misuzulu's family, the other faction of the royal family, had let out a warning to the police saying that they shouldn't allow the reed dance to take place, sort of a threat. How's government saying they'll handle it in terms of what's happening in 2 weeks' time if there is a threat on anyone's life?
Well, we actually did pose that question to the Cogta Minister, Dr. Nkosazana Dlamini-Zuma, a bit earlier on, just basically asking about security that's going to be here because of the factions that we've seen in the royal family. There are some members of the royal family who do not believe that King Misuzulu is the one that is supposed to be ascending to the throne. And of course, we've seen that during the reed dance, there were some factions that were not happy about what was taking place. We saw also another faction of the royal family holding their own events, saying that there is a different king for the Zulu nation. So there are security concerns that we might expect, that we might see. Actually, we might see some protesting outside of this ceremony, but the task team has assured us that security will be discussed in this meeting that they're actually holding right now, this planning meeting, and they are saying that much like any other event, there will be police in this stadium during that time. And of course, because there are international dignitaries that we are expecting for the ceremony, there will be intensified police presence in the stadium. But of course, we haven't heard much from the other faction of the royal family as to if they are going to be present during that ceremony, that certificate handing over ceremony on the 29th. They haven't said much. The only thing that we know is that they are not pleased with the fact that King Misuzulu kaZwelithini is the one who's going to be ascending to the throne, and that the presidency is going to be recognizing him on the day officially. There are, of course, other royal family members that believe that a different person should be ascending to the throne. But we did ask that question to the minister, and she did assure us that there will be intensified police presence. They are not expecting anything to happen during that day, but of course, because of these factions within the royal family, we might expect to see some of the protesting or some members actually not even coming to the ceremony.